Lens whether you can make it out or not, but there's a round white clock face up on the hillside there, which is relevant to the mine workings on the hills up here in the old days. And apparently that clock was installed so that the workers knew how much more of their shift they had to do before it was knocking off time. It's a little local interest point. Make the clock out a little bit easier from here, but these stone pillars and stone structure apparently used to support a bridge type affair with a conveyor on it that used to load the ship that used to come in to Pimmermile with the stone from the quarry. Obviously it goes out a different way now. The brickwork, or stonework I should say, still pretty impressive. I'm just going to cross over in front of this guy on the bike and just give you a quick glimpse of the history, so you can freeze frame it and have a read if you want to. There it goes up. It was quite impressive in the day. You can see in the distance there, there's a little Pemmermauer now, which is signified by the Coffee and Cafe and the petrol station there. And the place worthy of not in amongst them trees there is a little village called Doodle Fulke, which is renowned for its caravans and things like that. The next sort of engineering thing is that there's another tunnel here for the road, and I think the path actually goes around the outside rather than over this one, so we'll see when we get there. Still see the blue path sign just here on my left, so heading in the right direction, well on our way to Conway now. Back tunnels, again another fantastic. There's a guy on a cycle coming down here. On this side what you've got is the road goes through the tunnel with the arched entrance. The railway line goes right underneath it in the square tops access point, and my path is going to actually go around the edge of the headland adjacent to it. It's very, very clever. I'm probably going on too much. Bit of a tunnel geek. And I'll just give you an update on the location. So Great Orme, as we've said, and then moving to the right you've got the little town of Deganwy, which sort of leads into Conway itself, which is where we're heading next. But obviously what we'll do now is curve around this beach, around that headland, and then we'll pick up the Conway estuary, which goes in front of those houses down into more central Wales. We've still got a way to go, but we're making good progress. We've I guess done the hard bit now, and it's just a case of skating into Conway itself, another cup of tea or coffee or something. So far it's been a good day, no wind, rain stayed off, a few cyclists out, not many walkers, a few people on the beach that you might make out in the distance there, a few little dots as the tide goes out. But we'll see what we see when we get a bit closer. Where we want to go over the railway line, you can see the footbridge here. I'm right about this one. So we're just going to get around this next little curl in the path, climb over, and I guess it looks as if we're going to be walking along the top of those sand dunes. So we'll see when we get over there. Here's the entrance to the bridge here. Quite straightforward. Well signposted. Car park. And there's a sign on the lamppost suggesting that the path goes out onto the top of the sand dunes. So I'm going to take that and see what happens. The tide's out or going out, but the road does continue here. It probably heads on to like a little restaurant called Signatures, which is part of one of the caravan parks. But this looks as if this is like the recognised coastal path. So let's get some sand on and see where this takes us. Should be coming up to the headland that runs around the entrance to the Conway estuary. So I'm expecting that to happen, you know, within the next mile or so, half mile or so maybe. So still very quiet. Not quite sure what that was that just ran in front of my feet, but probably a vole or something like that. I think it was big enough to be a rat, to be honest, but happy days. It's nature. A little blue and yellow sign. It's got the beach to my left there. That other path must have gone around the outskirts of this golf course. So see a few people. Oops. And, so this is quite up and down, as you can see. You need to have your wits about you. Get ready for climbing a few little banks and sand, which is not always straightforward. But as long as you take your time. Alright mate. There we go. So there's another up and down here, so I'm going to turn the camera off while we get over there. The corner of the headland, and there's the Conway estuary. The gangway just across the other side there. Great Orme, as we've already said. Still going around the outskirts of the golf course. It's a good clear path. There's not many signposts on it, but there's a few which, you know, ensure that you're not getting lost or anything. So when we get down towards the marina, I'll put the clock on again. Here's one of those signs that was coming up on this little finger post here. It's always good, a bit of reassurance for those of you that are not sure. I'll turn off for now. Pontoon. You come onto the actual marina as well. This is Conway Marina with the estuary to the left there. There's a famous pub called Mulberry on the far corner over there, which we're going to head round towards. So we're basically just going to cut around this estuary now, and then make our way to the crossing. Well, is it the crossing? No, it's the path that takes us back onto the estuary. So that's just going to be behind those trees over there, I think. So good view of the marina. Yeah. So I'll switch off now until we get round a bit further. Off this pavement, I cut around the marina as well. You can see the signs here and the trees. So cut in front of these houses, make our way round to the marina buildings. Cutting in from the marina now into the housing complex. Go up to this little junction here and turn left. And then we're going to turn right at that next road junction. So I'm just going to get across the road and turn the camera off. We're going to cross the A55 again. On the left, and this is where our path splits off to the left. But interestingly, this is where when we left Llanfairfechan, and I said there was a high path route that went as an alternative to the coastal path. This is where it splits off. So if you wanted to do that, or indeed I come back and do it, this is where the junction that we're looking for. But basically what we're doing now is following this bridle path. I'm assuming there'll be some sort of signage here, but basically just walking in front of this big school. Around past the school, the woods here on the right hand side, and as we head down the Conway estuary you can make out the very famous Conway Castle there. So we're going to make our way following the stone wall into the town. I've got brushed up, I think. I'll see if I've got on my phone. I haven't brought my Fitbit today, so I'll just have a look on my phone to see roughly how far that walk's been so far. But I'm guessing it's about 8 to 10 miles, but I'll come back on that. But again, very famous bridge, castle there. And we're nearly there. It's down what's called Low Gate Street, I guess for obvious reasons. And this is the quayside at Conway, where if you've looked at some of my other videos, where me and mate Barry walked around Llandudno, the Great Orme from Llandudno, we came back in that way and settled here. So pub, food, booze, you get what you want. And if those of you don't want it, you know, if you were using public transport and you had enough by now and you wanted to catch the train, well, you go just past this Liverpool Arms here and turn right and follow the high street up, and the railway station's at the far end. Check my phone, and from the railway station at
Llanfairfechan to the quayside here, it's just short of 10 miles, so 9.8 miles on my phone. So, and then I've just clocked on Google Maps how far it is from here to the Junction railway station if you wanted to go onto there, and that's just under 1 mile further. So I'm going to stop here and have a brew now. We'll say goodbye to Conway. I'm just going to walk over the bridge into Llandudno Junction now. So that's all for today. If you've enjoyed it, press the like button and the subscribe button. It always helps. You know, if I know that you're interested in these sort of things. No doubt I'll be adding some more on again during the autumn and the winter. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.